Okay, all right. So today we're going to do just a very basic sun salutation, and then I'll kind of add on some other things. Now, this would be I'll do this sometimes if I don't have the opportunity or the time to get in like a full stretch like I want to do. This is also part of my morning routine where I do 4 sun salutations in a row. So I'll have you begin. I'm going to do our sun salutation this way on my mat lengthwise today. So I'm going to have you start fairly at the top of your mat here with your feet pulled together. Squeeze everything in on the midline and just stand in Tadasana with your hands by your side here. I'm going to have you inhale both arms all the way up overhead and exhale, and just leaving your arms up overhead, working to get your arms in line with your ears. Draw your ribs up off of your hips. We'll inhale and then exhale into a diving forward fold, bending your knees, almost sit your hips back down and release your head. Good. From here, we'll inhale our hands up to a flat back. Weight is in your heel. Lengthening your spine and tuck your chin almost like you have a little tennis ball under there. And then exhale, bring that all the way back down. Hands are going to plant on the floor. Take a step back with your right leg, plant those hands. Step back with your left leg into a high plank here. From your high plank, depending on your lower back, and I always kind of judge this like how I'm feeling when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go into Chaturanga or upward facing dog. So I'm going to drop my arms down here and come up into an upward facing dog. I'm using my glutes here. You can also drop your knees to take some of the pressure off and not work into it. And sometimes if my back is tweaky, from here we push into a downward facing dog, but I'll do it on my knees just so that I don't fire up my low back muscles, and then come into a downward facing dog here. Again, lighting my ears up with my arms. I'm working to drop my heels down toward the mat. My first time here in a downward facing dog today, so I'm just going to hang out here and rock myself back and forth. I'm going to lift my hips up toward the ceiling as I press my heels down, pushing the mat away. And good. I'm going to inhale and bring my gaze between my arms. And then I'm going to step forward with my right foot and then my left foot with my hands bent. Drop my weight into my heels. Almost take a seat. Inhale, sweeping my arms all the way up overhead. Hands come together overhead, and exhale down through heart center and dropping your hands all the way back into our Tadasana here. Good. We'll take 2 breaths here, just relaxing and recenter. And we're going to do very similar on the other side. So we'll just step back with our left. So let's go on and inhale both arms all the way up overhead. And we'll exhale when we get here, keeping our arms up nice and tall, reaching through the fingertips. Good. Inhale to lift the ribcage up, and then we'll exhale into a downward diving forward. Inhale yourself into your flat back, press into your shins, squeezing the shoulder blades. And exhale, planting your hands. This time, step back with your left foot. And then with the right coming into your high plank. So again, into a Chaturanga. If your back is bothering you here, just take your knees down, and then you can come into a upward dog this way by squeezing your glutes and opening your heart. Or you can just simply hang here and come back into your downward facing dog and meet here in your downward facing dog. So if you choose to move through that Chaturanga, we'll come into that upward dog and roll over the toes, pressing back into your downward facing dog. Again, just take a moment here to loosen up, maybe some lateral movements, pedaling out your feet. And then you'll inhale, send the gaze between your hands, step forward with the left, stepping forward with the right, and drop your hips down, pressing into the heels. Inhale those arms all the way up overhead. Come together and bring the arms down through heart center, back to center into Tadasana. And we'll take 2 breaths here. So this next time that we're going to go through, I'll show with a step back, but you can also jump back if you want to, if you're up to that here. But I'll show it with a step back. And what we're going to do is kind of flow through here. So we'll go and inhale with the movement, exhale with the movement. So it will flow a little bit more quickly, okay? So we'll go ahead and inhale, both arms up overhead. And now we're gonna exhale into a diving forward fold. Inhale into your flat back and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back, exhale, stepping back here. Inhale into this high plank and exhale into your upward facing dog. And inhale and exhale into your downward facing dog. And inhale to look forward and exhale right and left, pressing all the way up through Tadasana. Inhale, arms up overhead, and exhale, pressing the palms all the way back down through Tadasana. 2 cleansing breaths, and we'll take that over to the other side. Open mouth to let some heat out, and then we'll inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, diving forward fold. Inhale into your flat back, and exhale, plant your hands. Good. Inhale, stepping back. Exhale, step back. Inhale into your high plank, and exhale into that upward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale into your downward facing dog. Inhale, send the gaze to in between your hands. And exhaling, exhaling, dropping your hips. Exhale. Inhale up and exhale all the way down through heart center and Tadasana. So as you practice your sun salutations, you want to try to move with your breath, inhaling and exhaling with each of the movements, connecting the movement to the breath. We're going to just add in just a few more here. So I usually do just 2 to the right, 2 to the left. And if you want to do your jump backs, you also can do that. So we'll go ahead and inhale, both arms up overhead. And now you're going to exhale your arms into cactus, opening up your chest to lift your heart all the way up. Send your eyes up to look at the ceiling, squeezing your glutes. Good. From here, inhale, lift the chest, and exhale into a diving forward fold. Inhale yourself into your flat back, and exhale, plant your hands, stepping back right, stepping back left here. Good, so Chaturanga, down into your upward facing dog, rolling over your toes into your downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg all the way up into the air, and exhale, knee to nose, drive forward over the shoulders. Inhale, up into the air, and exhale that all the way down to the floor. Inhale, send the gaze between the hands, and then exhale, stepping, drop your hips here, and inhale up overhead, and exhale down through heart center, back to Tadasana, rolling the shoulders. 2 cleansing breaths here. Good, really just taking that oxygen, getting ready for your next flow. And we'll begin here with an inhale up overhead and exhale into cactus. Open that chest, inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, diving forward fold. Inhale into flat back, press out through that spine, and exhale, plant those hands, step back left, step back right. Come down into your Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and to our downward facing dog. Inhale, send that left leg high into the sky. And exhale, knee to nose, come back over your shoulders. Inhale and exhale back to your downward facing dog. A little lateral motion here. Inhale, send the gaze between both hands. Exhale, left foot, right foot, drop your hips. Inhale all the way overhead. And exhale down through heart center. Excellent. So let's just stay here in Tadasana. Back here. Planting both feet together. Palms are open. Rib cage is lifted. Tailbone pulls down between your ankles, nice and long, as your shoulders roll back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Head floats on top of your spine. Eyes are closed. And focusing on the inside of your eyelids. And exhale. Beautiful. Gently blinking your eyelids open here today. And excellent work. That is our Sun A's, and then we just add a little bit on, and you can start to get creative based on what you feel that you need. If I always do the basic 4, and then if I feel like I need a little bit something, I just tack it on. So like those 3-legged dogs you can do there. Enjoy, and hopefully you can work this into your daily practice.